welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing some DIY crafts for Valentine's Day. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of gift ideas and decor ideas for this holiday. Personally, I love Valentine's Day. I think it's so much fun, and really, it's the day of love. You don't need a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a bae of some kind. You really don't, because this day is just kind of appreciating your friends and family, the people you really love and care about the most in your life. So just remember that. And if you guys want to, you can be my bae. So before we get started, make sure to go follow all my social media. I've decided it's gonna be right here from now on. So look for them, go follow my social media. I'd really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's just jump right into the video. So the first gift idea is this super adorable origami heart filled with confetti. So all you are going to need is origami paper of any color. I decided to use pink and red. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to fold your paper from corner to corner both ways. So bringing the bottom corners to the top corners and making a crease with your hands. When holding the piece of paper in a diamond shape, take the top corner and fold it downwards to the middle. Then add any confetti you would like to. I added these cute little red heart-shaped confetti pieces. Then taking the bottom corner, fold it up above the top corner you just folded. Then taking the left and right corners, fold them upwards so they are overlapping the bottom and top. If that makes sense, just watch what I do. After you do that, you should have your heart shape, but we're not quite done yet. Flip the heart over and take the side corners that are poking out and fold them inwards. Do the same thing with the top corners and fold them downwards. And add any kind of Valentine's Day stickers you would like to. This really helps keep the heart closed, because if you don't add a sticker, you can have the confetti fall out. And that's basically it for these little origami hearts. These are super easy to make, so you can make a ton of them and hand them out to all of your friends. So the next DIY is how to make this memory box. This one is personally my favorite gift because you can customize it to the way you would like to. Start off with a paper-based decorative box. I'm taking a crafting knife and sawing downwards on each corner. This is going to give you each flap of your box, and if you're not used to using a crafting knife, please, please, please ask someone for help. So once you've done this on all of the corners, you should see that each flap will be easier to pull downwards. After cutting the corners, you'll notice that each flap will be easier to move. This is going to be the flaps of your box and where you're going to put your pictures and all that fun stuff. So after you've cut every single corner, it is time to add some photos. So take some of your favorite photos with whoever person you were giving this to, and just use some double-sided tape or glue and glue them onto each side of the box. Make sure you leave the bottom empty, because this is where you're going to put your sweet little Valentine's Day message. Also, if you want to add more of a decorative flair, add some really cute scrapbook stickers. So now I'm just adding my little Valentine's Day note to the center or bottom panel of the box, and you're basically all done with this DIY project. I love this because you can make it super sentimental for this person, and it's really a surprise inside of a box. It is super adorable. And the last gift idea is this super cute jar full of confetti and candy. So all you are going to need is some decorative confetti of any kind. Again, I'm using these little heart-shaped ones, and some pink glitter to, fit the whole Valentine's Day theme. Then I'm taking a small piece of cardstock and I'm writing "I give you all my love" with this pink Sharpie. Then I went ahead and poked a hole through this piece of paper and added some decorative ribbon. Then I'm tying the ribbon onto the jar, then cutting the ends so they're super duper fancy. Now it's time to add the candy, of course. You can't have this jar without candy. And I'm adding a couple of little chocolate truffles inside, and that's basically it for this gift idea. So now moving on to some decor pieces. So the first one I'm going to show you guys is this 3D art jar. So taking a mason jar and a hot glue gun, you're basically going to write on it. You can write whatever you want. You could write love, XOXO, you can draw a bunch of hearts. It's totally up to you. I started off with love and then I decided I didn't like that. So what's super great is when the glue dries, you can peel it off afterwards if you decide you really don't like the way you wrote something or drew something. So after the glue is completely dry, it is time to paint the jar. So I mixed a little bit of paint and Mod Podge together to paint my jar, and I chose red because red, of course, is like the main color of Valentine's Day. After I painted my whole entire jar and let it dry, it's basically ready to use, and I decided to add a pink ribbon around the rim of the mason jar and some really pretty red flowers and these adorable sparkly lip floral decorations. Next, to make this Cupid arrows sign, this looks super adorable on the wall. So starting off with a very thin piece of wood you can find at the craft store, make sure it's super thin, otherwise it'll be extremely tough to cut without a saw. I'm basically making the arrow shape onto my piece of wood with a ruler and pencil. Then taking an X-Acto knife or crafting knife, I'm pretty much cutting out the shape. So this does take a couple of run overs. Scissors will not work for this, so if you feel like you can't do this by yourself, definitely ask somebody for help. After I've cut out my arrow, I'm taking a nail filer and using it kind of as a sander just to make sure that the edges are not too rough and I don't get any splinters, because splinters are no fun, you guys. After the edges are all nice and smooth, of course, it is time to add some colors. So I'm taking a sheer gold paint that has little flecks of glitter in it. I'm painting the whole arrow this color. Then taking a letter stencil and a sponge brush, I'm taking a pastel pink color and spelling out the word Cupid onto the arrow. Then I went ahead and made my own heart stencil since I didn't have one, and I'm just adding a heart in between each letter. And I thought this looked super adorable because what's Valentine's Day and Cupid without hearts? So now I'm adding a ribbon with some hot glue gun onto the back of the arrow so it can hang on the wall. And that's it for this decorative piece. And the last decoration is this heart-shaped marquee. So I actually did a video on this, so this is going to be very brief and quick. So I'm taking some poster paper and I'm cutting a very long strip from it and a decently thick strip as well. Then taking the poster paper and folding it in half, I'm drawing and cutting out a heart shape just to make sure that it's symmetrical. This is the easiest way to make a heart. After I've made the heart shape, I'm taking that longer piece of poster paper I cut out earlier, adding hot glue down the middle of it a little bit at a time, then pressing the sides of the heart shape into it. And for any corners, make sure you fold your piece of poster paper to fit the shape that you made, if that makes sense. So continue to glue the poster board strip around your shape and eventually you will meet the ends, and for any loose ends you can easily use just a piece of Scotch tape. So this is what it looks like afterwards, and I just painted it with silver and pink spray paint, which I totally lost the footage of. Then taking my crafting knife, I'm poking some holes for some lights, and I'm adding these poster board lights that I found at the dollar store, and they are so awesome. They're incredibly bright and battery powered, which is so cool. So that is basically it for this marquee letter, and it looks so adorable. I am in love with this, really. So that was it for today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it and found it helpful. Now, which one of these DIYs was your favorite? Definitely comment in the comment section below and I will chat with you guys down there. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big old thumbs up and hit that subscribe button below to become a part of the DIY Mandarin family if you were not already. And as always, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching and I will see you guys next time. Bye!